Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the eucalyptus, the green leafy eucalyptus crown. And for that you're going to use the white pip berries. They're the ones that come on this like stem. And this eucalyptus stem thing. And then you are going to use a enclosed crown, not the open loop one, but the closed loop one. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. So you're just going to take your wire. This is a new batch, so it's like hard to pull the, okay. That's probably way too much. Okay, here we go. Alright, so when you're doing this one, I kind of do it the same. You start the same as the other one. So you're going to go to one end, and what I do is I make a loop. But I don't wrap it. I just make the loop and leave it open like that. And then I take my crown and I just hold it where like the loops are. I line up the loop to the loop, and then that's how I measure it. I just kind of go around again like really tight like we did with the other one until you get to the loops again. You'll be able to feel it with your hand if you're not really looking. And then where this loop is, you just kind of make like another loop in the wire, but I do not close it again. So then I take these two. I'm going to cut this a little shorter so it's easier to work with. So I take these two, this is what it looks like, and I just link them together like this. Or if that's actually kind of being weird. Ah. Oh, good grief, I got it all tangled. Okay. So you can like put it in like this, and then so you loop them in, and you know that's where it's gonna be, and then you can wrap it. I wrap it 2 or 3, maybe 4 times at most. It seems like it's weird. Sometimes like when I bend them the wrong way, and I have to go back and bend them the other way. I don't know, you'll know what I mean when you're putting it. You'll be able to feel it. They'll start like going in like this instead of the right way. You'll see. So then I just bend it. Okay, and then we're done. And this doesn't have to be pretty because it's going to be covered anyway, but so you have your, it's about the same size. You have your crown. Okay, so with the white pip berries, these ones are the ones that are like stuck like this, so I was just going to show you really quickly. What I do is I look to see which ones are like on the outside of the circle, and I kind of pull down on them a little bit, like that one came forward a little bit, until one of them will like pull apart. And then you can just pull them, go around like a circle, and just pull them out. Ah, this one's like not doing it, of course. Anyway, I think that's easier than like cutting up the paper, because you need this, like you need the stem, like you need the extra part, so you can't like just cut it straight across. You have to cut the paper, the binding paper. Okay, so now you have your pip berries and you have your crown form. I'm gonna try to go a little faster. These ones you're gonna cut closer to where the leaves start. So there's like a bump here, I cut right above the bump, and then here I just kind of cut close to where this leaf is, and then here same thing, close to where the leaf is. And then this one, the last one, you've got like an extra piece down here that you're going to cut off. And then save these because I use them, so put those in a bag. And then you've got another bump up here, and I just cut right above it. So what you, and you can throw in stems. So what you have is you basically have 2 shorter pieces and then like 2 longer pieces. So you're going to start with a longer piece. And what you can bend it a little bit if you want, but you don't have to. What I do is I hold it in my hand and I hold with the first piece, it's always 3 leaves, sticking up towards the outside of the crown. Like this is the inside of the crown, this is the outside of the crown. And I always start like around the back, centered. Doesn't really matter, but well, it kind of does. So start around there, and then what I do, like you don't want to wrap the leaves to the base, you just want to wrap the stem of the leaves to the base. And you want to do it tight. And sometimes you'll wrap a leaf to the base and it's not the end of the world, but okay. And then the tails you're going to really use to tighten it down. And they're sharp on the end, so again, like I push them in with my thumb. Okay. So I'm going to grab another pit berry, and again, my berries are going the same direction as the leaves. So I'm wrapping the base of the leaves, stem of the leaves, to the base of the crown. And once I get to this part, where it's like 2 little leaves at the end and these little things sticking up, I don't wrap that part to the, well, that's not true. I'm going to wrap that to the base. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. And then I go back right away and wrap this piece, this tail down. Otherwise, I forget, and then I end up shipping stuff with like pieces sticking out. Okay, so this is the back of the crown. Alright, now I take a short piece. We just did a long piece, so now I'm going to grab a short piece, and it doesn't matter which one, just a short piece, one of the 2 shorter pieces. And stick it in there so that the leaves start right after the berries on the end of these berries, these things. And again, my leaves, this one has 2, the first set, and it's sticking towards the outside of the crown. And then you can wrap it. Oops, sorry. Wrap it to the base. And I don't wrap these all the way down, so I just, you know, whatever. They're kind of ugly anyway. And then wrap this. Tuck it in. I'm always worried one of those like sharp ends is going to poke somebody. Alright, so I just did a short piece. So long piece, short piece. So now I'm going to grab the other long piece. And like this one, I guess it doesn't always have 3. This one only has 1. The last one had 2. The first one had 3. But so the first one, again, is going to go to the outside. You can just start it wherever you think it looks good. Alright, and then remember, we're wrapping the stem of the leaves to the base of the crown. I want to say like the longer stems are actually like, sometimes I bend them as I go a little bit because they're actually a little bit like stiffer. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back and do my tails before I put on a new piece of green eucalyptus. Okay, so the last piece that I have is the short piece. And let's see, is it gonna fit? No. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it right here. So cut it down. And if you do cut it, that's fine. Keep whatever pieces of the eucalyptus that you cut, because I use them for another crown. Okay, so just so you can see, this piece is like sticking up. So I'm actually gonna go like back over it. Alright, and when you get to the end, you're gonna have like a little bit of overlap, and that's fine. Just make sure the leaves are like sticking up, and you can fluff them. And then whatever tail you have left, wrap it and tuck it, pinch it in. Okay, so that's that. So it's not like perfect, it's kind of messy, but this is what it should look like when it's all done. Something similar to this.